Good morning, everybody. So today is April 12th. It's Friday. Insulator started on Monday. So I'm going to kind of take you guys in and kind of see what they've got accomplished so far. My builder also started work on the deck, so I'll show you a little bit of that. Should be a lot shorter video. We covered a lot of stuff in the last one, so just go over a couple things with the insulation again and just kind of fill you guys in on where we're at. So, excuse me. All right, garage is done. It is all insulated. Everything is done except for one wall, I think. And then obviously we have to wait for the drywall to get put in before we start working on blowing it insulation for all the attic and everything like that. So, in here, they just used I believe batten insulation. We do have 2x6 walls for all the exterior, so we've got R19 insulation, as you can see right there. This will all be drywalled, mudded, painted, everything like that. You can see they got the spray foam in as well. So I asked my builder, I never knew what these sheets here, what the purpose of those were actually are. And when you spray foam, you completely seal your attic space out, which you don't want. You still want air movement between the outside and your attic space. So these pieces here actually allow for air movement between your soffit on the outside and then being able to come into your attic space. And I think he said every 5 feet typically is what you need. But when your spacing, I think is, 16-inch on centers for your trusses, or maybe 2 feet. I'm not sure what the truss, I think they're they gotta be 2 feet, because you can see right there, this truss and this stud are on line. Studs are 16 on center, and that truss is a little off, so I'm guessing it's a 2 foot on center for the trusses. But yeah, if you've ever wondered or seen that, that's what that is for, is air movement between the outside and the attic space of your house. So you can see we're going to be walling off this whole section, because again, our house is, like our garage is 45 off of the house. So that means we kind of have this weird kind of funky angle in the garage. So this line here is actually our main gas line, and then this is our dryer vent. So both of these have already been put into place. So we're going to take a wall right off of here, get that all sealed up and everything like that, so that way it doesn't become a hazard or anything. And then this wire here, we are going to be able to plug in an electric heater should we choose so down the road. I really wanted to make sure that we had that wire there, so I never had to worry about it again. If I want to hook one up, great, it's already there. All I got to do is buy the unit, install it, call it good. But got all this done. And then for the interior of the house itself, the insulators actually have fabric over top of the studs. I mean, you can see like they staple the crap out of it. Every stud, everywhere, they make sure that that fabric's good and sealed. And then they have a truck with a pump. Oh, excuse me. So they have a truck with a pump, and then basically they just take their hose, they pop a hole into the fabric, and then fill the wall cavity with insulation. And then you can see they do it in 2 locations. So one's about 3.5 feet up, and then one is about foot and a half from the top. So they get this filled up, and you don't want to fill it up too much, from what I'm told. Reason being is that if you pack it too tight, then your insulation, or like the hot or cold, can then transfer easily between outside inside. So you don't pack it too terribly tight in those wall cavities. But yeah, I mean, I think they've got this wall here, they just have to insulate. Originally, I think we had, I think this wall, but I know for a fact this one was, and then the kids' room's over here, that whole wall is insulated for them as well. So I guess on new construction, when you're in your bedrooms are next to your living, dining room, kitchen areas where you make a lot of noise, they still insulate the interior wall to be able to provide that noise protection. So for us, you know, our kitchen, you know, is all right in here, dining room's over there, living room, right? So this is our bedroom wall over here. That's all insulated. I don't know why they insulated this one here. I mean, really doesn't bug me because we just have the powder room in here. So, you know, toilet and vanity. So they've insulated all this. I do know they have to come back and get this one finished though. Oh no, they don't. I just forgot. That's our return walls. So they will not have insulation in there. So I think they actually are done with all the walls. I was not even paying attention. So yeah, with the return there, you can't obviously put insulation because you're going to have air movement going in between those studs. But then like the laundry room, which is kind of nice, they got this wall, which is our master closet, just on the other side of that. But then that's the garage on the other side of here. So obviously this all needs to be well insulated and everything too. But yeah, otherwise the only one that we added was this wall here. The reason being is because our bed is going to be on the other side of the wall. Then you have the toilet here. So if somebody's waking up in the middle of the night and got to use the bathroom, it'd be nice if it's not so loud between the wall and where our bed's at, so you don't wake up the other person. They brought in our freestanding tub just to make sure they get the drain. You can see the drain in there. Get the drain in the right location. They're actually going to pack this up, I think today maybe, and then take it into their store, keep it in the showroom just so it doesn't get scratched while everything else is going on, because we still have to get drywall, which I can't believe is already going to start next Wednesday. So things will really look different here in another couple weeks with all the insulation the drywall being put on. I mean, it's already super weird just having insulation in here now because you can't see through a lot, like all the studs and everything. But, you know, obviously there's still stuff you can kind of see just because we don't have insulation on every wall. But yeah, so, and then if you have a ceiling height difference, so like you go from 9 foot to 10 foot, they will still put the insulation to whatever the ceiling height is for the next room. That way, when they blow in the insulation, that insulation will butt up against this here and not just be flowing everywhere where it's not supposed to be. So you can kind of see like where those edges were. So like if we didn't have this all done, you'd still at least have to have those pieces of insulation done up there just to keep everything in there. You know, you can kind of get a better view of it right here though. So that bottom actually stops where the ceiling will butt up in the hallway here with the trusses and everything. So, but yeah, no, insulation's in, looking great. I mean, these guys that did our insulation, like they would have been done Wednesday, but their truck broke down. And so they just finished everything up yesterday. So I think we have one more inspection now that we have to do prior to being able to actually put in drywall. So I'm hoping he's out first part of next week so that way we can continue with drywall on schedule and not push us back or anything like that. So the other big thing is builder started working on the deck. This thing looks amazing. I'm so freaking excited about this. We've got a really nice sized deck. I think this direction we're talking 18.8, and then from wall to outside I think it's like 14-ish feet. But you can kind of see here, this is where the first landing is. So just to give you a better idea, the stairs will go down this way, and then at this column there'll be a landing right there, and then the stairs will finish right off this way where we just have a few more steps down there. But like we talked about, we are going to wrap our posts, so he's already kind of got all that started. He'll finish up the tops once he needs to, but it was super windy yesterday, like gusts of like 50 miles an hour. So he wasn't able to trim off these boards for the deck just yet. It was just way too windy for him, and I don't blame him. So he'll come back and get those all cleaned up next week. But no, I'm in love with this color. It's going to look amazing, especially since we have a really light exterior siding color. And so it's going to look really good. Super excited about it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. That's the update that we have for this week. hopefully next week, Friday, should come back out, get a video, just kind of show the progress of where the drywall is at, everything like that. And then once drywall is done, we'll have another video ready for you guys. So thanks for following along as always. We'll talk with you guys soon.